instead of crumbling due to that weakness, he is one man who stood by his kartavya nishtha, by the deeds he did, and I'm sure all of us benefited by the Covaxin, Covishield, the vaccines made in India, and you can understand the impact of those vaccines, which have proved to be one of the best vaccines in the world. But when production had to happen, before that, when research was happening, I want to remind every one of you how these people from the opposition were trying to sell foreign products in this country. They had no confidence that Indian products could be as good or better, but they were insisting that import vaccines from other countries and give us those vaccines. When Government of India planned that vaccines will be given to the senior citizens first, or before even senior citizens, to corona warriors, the forces, the army, the nurses, the doctors, the safai karamcharis, the writers, when they will be given the vaccine first, these people were questioning that policy. When India gave vaccine to the senior citizens first, they were questioning, where are the vaccines for my children? It precede the origin of these religion, and these practices were to keep the society gentle, compassionate, and even the most powerful man was not powerful in front of the law. It was the law of the land which was the most superior, most powerful, and that is the soul of democracy. That is what rule of law represents, which of course we get from post-Renaissance period, and that is what was represented when that symbol was kept, which was neglected for 75 years, was kept right next to the speaker's chair. So this is heritage, culture, technology, development all together, and that's the way forward for India, and that's the vision of the Prime Minister, and that's the work which was Bhagirathi Prayas, which we have done over 9 years. Thank you very much. अभी जो भी चीज़ें सामने आ रही हैं उसमें भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था सबसे स्ट्रॉन्ग दिख रही है बाकी मामलों में, और मतलब ग्लोबल स्लो डाउन जो है वो सामने है, लेकिन भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था ऐसे समय पर भी सबसे स्ट्रॉन्ग है और बेहतर है। कोविड का इम्पैक्ट है, बाकी चीज़ों का, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स का इम्पैक्ट पूरी दुनिया में पड़ रहा है, तो हम बचे रहेंगे ऐसा नहीं होता, और उन सब के बावजूद हमने इतना अच्छा किया है, इस विषय पर ज़्यादातर लोगों को समझ होनी चाहिए। दूसरा विषय आपने जो कहा कि भाई ये फ्री में वो, तो उनकी जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन स्कीम्स है उस पर आप ध्यान दीजिए, और आपको दिखाई देगा कि दिल्ली के मॉडल में बिजली हाफ पानी माफ का वायदा था, तो वो तो हुआ नहीं, क्योंकि वो भी चोरी चकारी और उस तरीके के प्रोग्राम बने। तो यहाँ भी जो लोग झूठे वायदे करते हैं, मुझे लगता है कि झूठे वायदे जो है बहुत दिन चलते नहीं है, तो वो नतीजे सामने आ जाएंगे, जनता को दिखाई दे जाएगा। थोड़ी तकलीफ सहनी पड़ेगी, जो हमें बुरा लगता है, क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि हमने इतना काम किया और जो काम किया उसका नतीजा जो है वो राज्य में हमारे मुताबिक नहीं आया। मगर ये भी भारत का लोकतंत्र है कि यहाँ पर जो पावर का हस्तांतरण है बहुत शांतिप्रिय ढंग से होता है। कोई मोबाइल जी ने जाके कुर्सी नहीं तोड़ी ना, जो नए मुख्यमंत्री बने, तो ये भी डेमोक्रेसी का नियम है कि मौका दिया दूसरों को तो आप डिलीवर करके दिखाओ, और वो सामने आ जाएगा आपको महीने 2 महीने में।
Regarding yesterday's, it took 7 days to register FIR against bridge Bhushan. So how did you take less than 7 hours to register FIR?
I would not respond to people who are breaking the law. I have nothing to say. The law is taking its course, and it's the legal system. If there's anything, they can go to court and get those things addressed. There is a system which is operating in this country.
You say that the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, women welfare and all these vessels are staging protests for the past 1 month, but no action from the government, or not even courtesy.
I must tell you, you're wrong when you say there is no action. That there is no specific marking so far as who holds the power of the transfer, etc., who holds the power of services. there is no specific reference. And if center thinks it can bring that law, this is how the court has recorded. So in our reading, center always had that power to transfer or to do any of these things and act when provide services that vested with the center. That was our reading. But the court said there is no specific law, and since it's an absence of specific law, the center can bring the law. So we brought the law. That's all. It's in terms of the Supreme Court order, and we had to bring that law. Imagine we had delayed bringing this law. We had not brought that law. What happened? People who were investigating the charges of corruption, people who were investigating 53 crore money which was taken as repair money for the CM's residence, actually misused to make a Taj Mahal, because I've not seen a pot which cost 4.5 lakh. We are talking about Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. CM just talked about Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, a Garib Kalyan Yojana. 4.5-5 lakh, you get a 2-room accommodation. When you build 1,000 houses, your cost comes down. And this money, which is equivalent to the money which a poor family can get a whole house in, this man bought just the pot. Just the pot, not even the entire bathroom. Can you imagine? The kind of arguments which were given on the television, that the roof was leaking, so we needed the money to repair. So when roof is leaking, do you use marble, 8 crore worth of marble to change the flooring so that the leaking roof can be corrected? When the roof is leaking, will you buy a curtain worth 8 lakh of rupees? Will the leaking of the roof stop when you put a curtain worth 8 lakh of rupees? These are the corrupt practices. And these corrupt practices had to be addressed. So there was an investigation. All those people who are handling the papers and the files were removed. The ordinance had to be brought. It was an emergency condition. How can you, if you were so corrupt, I'm sorry, according to me you were so corrupt, but according to them, if you were so upright and you wanted to uphold the rule of law, you were doing exactly the opposite. You were not upholding the rule of law. If the king is not above law, how the hell is chief minister above law? Can chief minister mock the legal system? Can chief minister mock that there will be no investigation? Can chief minister remove the officers who were investigating me? And these are the people who talked about Lokpal. There is no Lokpal in Delhi. Most corrupt government, 500, a city, it's just a city. It's not even a state. For a city, the advertising campaign budget used to be 22 crores. It became 28 crores. And last year, being the year of election, Sheila Dikshit ji made it to 32 crores. From 32 crore, this man made it to 524 crores for a city. If this is not corruption, what else is corruption? 524 crore for advertising budget. Where is the money getting out there? Harshest form of corruption is what we have witnessed. And there should be no investigation. People who investigate will be taken out of the job, or there will be FIRs registered against them. They will be framed in false cases. That's what they try to do. Running a parallel spy network, running businesses which are not tenable.
Delhi Congress leaders of also conveyed to their
So I see it as people, Delhi, because in Delhi Congress supported these people to begin with. And politically, I must say that they came into existence because even at that time law was violated. Jadu could not have been given a symbol at that point, but that was given, and Mr. Sybil was that time handling these processes. Irrespective of what happened in the past, I must point out that when Sheila Dikshit ji was the CM of Delhi, at that time he made a mockery that there are 9 ACs or 15 ACs, 9 ACs in the bathrooms, etc. Unke bathroom mein bhi AC laga hua hai, like that, and the bill of that AC is paid from the pocket of Delhi. That was his argument in 2012. Now imagine his pot cost 4.5 lakhs, and that is paid by the people of Delhi. There are 15 toilets in his residence, and that residence which could not have been built because it was a heritage building which is there, and that could not have been broken down. So here is a person who's become law unto himself, doesn't obey any law. Can that be a process in democracy? So the people in Delhi, the leadership in Delhi, the Congress leadership in Delhi probably will have this reading that they have suffered by trusting, by siding with him, and it's their votes which have been taken away by him, and for that reason they probably have this reading. I really don't want to speak on how a political party should conduct its business, but I on my behalf and on behalf of my party can state that this country and my countrymen and women are watching you. If you stand against the ordinance, you are standing in favor of corruption, and that's how we will see it, people of this country will see it, that those who support Kejriwal for his actions are supporting corruption, and they would be labeled as corrupt.
ಹಲವಾರು ಹೇಳಿಕೆಗಳ ಸಚಿವರು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಅವರು ಹೇಳೋದೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋದು ನಿಶ್ಚಿತ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಚುನಾವಣೆಯ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕರಾರು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಫ್ರೀ, ನನಗೂ ಫ್ರೀ, ನಿನಗೂ ಫ್ರೀ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಫ್ರೀ ಅಂತ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಸಮೇತವಾಗಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಮತ್ತು ಆದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತಾತ್ವಿಕ ಆದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಹರಿದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಧೋಖ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಈಗ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಜನ ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಈ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಮಾಡ್ದೇನೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ಮತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸನ್ ಈಡೇರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ 2018 ಮನೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ನಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಿ. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕುಂಟು ನೆಪ ಹೇಳೋದು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಇವರೇನು ಇದನ್ನ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಗತ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಯಾವುದೇ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವೇ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಬಣ್ಣ ಬಯಲಾಗ್ತದೆ. The leader of opposition will be elected on the first session on the eve of first session. That is not happening. It's not delayed.